As it stands currently, the Dark Zone is the best way to get experience. However, there is a misunderstanding about the Dark Zone that is causing people to not get as much experience as they should. Let me explain this to you now. When you are questing, you stop questing level 103. The level cap is 110. You have to get 7 levels. Where do you go to get these 7 levels, and how do you do it? Currently, the Dark Zone is the only way. There is speculation that the part 2 of the update is going to have more quests, more main missions, etc. in it, because it has new territories, etc. And that will be part of the experience you need to get to 110. However, if you want to do it now, the very quickest way in the game, and I would just say Dark Zone, but you're going to be like, okay, we all know Dark Zone is where you have to go for this. Yes, the Dark Zone is basically the only place you can really get experience in from 103 plus at the moment once you've completed all your missions. However, people are doing it wrong. What people are currently doing is they're trying to fight bosses. They're trying to kill like primes. If you go to the Dark Zone, and I'm in a non-PvP zone because I don't want to get attacked by some people, you're going to notice there's these bosses on the map, and they mentioned in their dev notes that the bosses, the wanted targets and the primes, etc., are going to give more experience. And this is true, they do give more experience, but that's not where you get your experience. If you notice, that kill right there gave me 0.05. The next kill gave me 0.05, okay? Let's try to kill another guy here, and that gave me, there you go, now we're at 39.95, okay? So you actually get experience at a somewhat decent rate when killing trash mobs. So what you need to do is ignore the big mobs and kill the trash mobs, okay? Trash mobs only. So what you need to do is you go into the Dark Zone with your best PvE equipment, stuff that has like villain damage cards, bonuses, etc., your high crit damage attack, all that good stuff. Then you go to the Dark Zone, you find an area where it feels like your person is non-stop attacking minions. I myself, I go up here. I feel like this spot right here has enough minions that I don't really run into any wanted targets. This kind of corridor, I can continually sit here and attack minions, and seems to work okay for me. What I've noticed is I can get about 60,000 experience per, or 60% experience per hour at the highest cap. Why I've been sitting here talking over the last couple minutes, I got 1% already. So you guys can see I'm already in this one spot, averaging about 30 to 40% per hour just from the couple minutes I've been here already. So you guys, you're seeing literal percentages happen while I'm just talking in this video. So I think what people are doing wrong currently is everyone is focusing on the bosses, the wanted targets, etc. And they're doing these huge party groups and all that. And then you're getting this one drop chunk of experience, but meanwhile, people like me are just killing thousands of these little guys, okay? And these little guys are giving us experience all day long. Now, you can do your best to try to find some other areas. You don't have to sit in that one spot. I myself actually joined a party with a bunch of other people that were doing this, and we were able to group up and share experience. Here's another good spot. We can just use my ultimate ability. I'm 41.28. There you go. Now I'm 41.63. So that's about a third of a 1% experience just right there. So the absolute fastest way to do this is not killing the bosses. It is killing the trash mobs where they're most condensely packed. And it's either around the top half region here, right here has a pretty good spot, and down here's got a pretty good spot as well. You want to avoid the areas where there's lots of wanted and prime spawning, because you don't want to die and then have your character, you know, respawn somewhere and then you're stuck, okay? So you want to make sure that you are in a place where there's not that many bosses. So you want to try to stay away from where the skulls are. There is a skull here, but if I go up more in this kind of corridor, I don't really run into him. Now, on the PvE zones, you're going to get less experience, okay? So you can switch over to a different PvP zone if you want, if you feel like it's not during the 2x, etc. You don't think many people are on, and you can try to get more experience in the channel switching, okay? You can go to the PvP, etc. Also, keep in mind, when you channel switch, it actually changes your position on the map. So this can be a quick way to move around the map. If you actually ended up stuck here, like in the middle point, but you're trying to get top, just hop to a new PvE zone real quick, see if you can get it to swap. Now let's talk about enhancement traits. Enhancement traits I use as much as I possibly can when I'm noticing. Normally I'm AFK and I'm working on video or something like that while I'm grinding this stuff. But if I notice I'm staying here, I'll use my traits just to try to get through these minions quicker because it's a bit of a grind. Now, I've already got 5% already just during this video, and there's definitely been a couple minutes used of my activity time that was not very efficient because I had to start and stop this a couple times. So we're seeing I'm just about at, what, 5% right now. So the proof is in the pudding. I'm averaging just about 50%, and it looks like the percentage is now going up as I'm sitting here talking. So this is proof. This is how you do it. Do not kill the bosses. Kill the trash mobs. It's way, way, way faster, and trash mobs can have a variety of experience. You know this. So 43.77. Now I'm 43.84. So that one was 0.07, and now I'm 0.90, now 0.96. So you can see different minions seem to have different varieties of experience. Let's see this guy right here. It could be RNG on the minions. Yeah, see that one went to 44.08 instead. So yeah, there is actually more experience on some mobs as compared to the others, okay? And it looks like the Tros are slightly higher actually. So find a good spot, grind it away, and there you guys go. Hope that was helpful.